a good Tuesday, everybody. Welcome in. Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Hope you're having a great day so far. He's Big Joe Dubin. I'm Chase McCabe, Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier on the ones and twos. Joe, what's shaking, my man?
What's up, man? It's about a gazillion degrees outside, and it's going to be that way for the foreseeable future. But let me tell you, Chaser, I'll take what's happening outside today, every day, any day, over what we went through back in January. So
I think I'm with
get
you
that
on
out there.
I think I am with you on that, partner. You were out at MTSU. They had their media day today. How was it?
Yeah, sir. It was good. It was fun. Look, it's practice. You're not going to tell a whole lot from practice. I don't care if you're watching the, hey, I got an echo, pitch hitting for Manny Mota, Pedro Borbon, bone. Is that better?
Me.
Is it for me? I hear the echo coming back. Is it me?
No,
okay.
it's not.
Okay. Maybe it's in my head. Anywho, you can't tell a whole lot from prac. You just can't, right? But, everybody's healthy. Everybody's good. They had good work in. And then all points for the first game versus Murray State on September the 5th. So it's good to be out there, talk to all the coaches, and kind of cool, man. So it's always fun to go out there and see the Blue Raiders getting ready for the season.
I don't think it's me. I don't have any speakers on.
Okay. People in the car don't care, but we're good. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So, man, so it's good. How are you, buddy?
I am wonderful. I've had a busy morning here at the homestead, so I was like, you know what? We're just we're going from the home studio today. It's a rare occasion, but we're doing that. But we're here and we're ready to rock and roll.
That's good. And the Titans are right now on the practice field out in Santa Clara. But so we'll get updates throughout the show about that.
Yes, we will. 615-737-1025 is our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. What is our question of the day?
Oh, we're getting to it quick today, right? I like this, man. First of all, I got a little quick rant.
Do your rant first. Sorry, I just need time to figure out what's going on here.
That's okay. So I get, look, 24. We talk about this all the time between Murfreesboro and Nashville. I've been on this planet, I think, 19,278 days. 18,562 of those days, something's going on 24. What is it? I don't, it's, coming back was like debris all over the interstate, and it's like 4 or 5 lanes are shut down. I mean, it's like every single time you get on 24. I'm telling you, if Southwest Airlines would start a commuter airline from Nashville to Murfreesboro, it would sell out every single day. It's just crazy how every time you get on 24, it is backed up like that. So anyway, that's my rant for today, so I feel better about that. I know you, Dr. Crane, feel that pain too.
I don't know what it is about 24 either.
It's every time. It's every time. I mean, luckily I had to be at Murfreesboro at 5:30 this morning, so I left my house at 4:30, and there's no problem. But on the way back, immediately you see, all right, there's a, you're put on the Apple map and the whole thing's red. You're like, oh, this will be fun. But anyway, first world problems, right?
Yeah, first world problems indeed. And again, we'll get an update from what's going on in Santa Clara as the Titans and 49ers have their joint practice, and then all of that. Tim Hasselbeck going to join us at 1. All right, now you can get to the question.
There we go. So I'm curious about this. I told somebody yesterday that I had to go by the bank and pay my car, write a check for my car payment, and they were like, "You write a check?" I'm like, "Yeah, I write a check for the car payment." Like, why don't you just go online and do that? I'm like, because I don't want to. So do we still write checks? I mean, I got the look of like I'm a leper because I write checks. I'm like, I go by the bank and write my car payment. Do you write checks?
I haven't written a check in I don't know how long. It's been a minute.
Dr. Crane?
I had an economics class in high school. Shout out to Mr. Carson. It was like the Dave Ramsey book. It showed us how to write a check, how to balance your checkbook. So I know how to do it. I don't do it on a regular basis.
That has nothing to do with the question I'm asking.
No, I didn't answer your question.
Do you write checks?
I don't write checks on a regular basis, but if I have to, I will.
Okay. So that's a no.
I know how to, if that
I hope
helps
you know how to.
You're writing checks your mouth can't cash.
You're right.
Right. You're doing
They're
that.
bouncing all the way to the store.
So am I the last one that writes checks? I'm telling you, the look I got was like, I can't believe you do that. I like writing a check. I don't know. Maybe I don't like going online. It's easier. I get it to go online and do that, but like I'll pay my credit cards online. I like writing a check for it.
I mean, look, that's fine. There's been a few occasions where I've kind of needed to write a check, but
Yeah.
I don't even know where my checkbook is.
Uh-oh.
No, I know about where it is. Like I know it's in a house, the house,
But you have no idea.
but I don't use it.
Okay. So I guess
Because you don't need it anymore.
What's the movie with is it Will Smith, he's the last man alive, the Book of Eli? Was that like?
Yeah, maybe.
And then there was a Charlton Heston movie that he was the last man alive. I guess I'm the last one writing checks. I don't know. I like writing checks.
That's
Please
all right.
don't.
You write all the checks you
please
want.
keep inviting me to your parties. I like writing checks.
Chad says, I'm 31 and I have written maybe 1 or 2 actual checks in my whole life.
I find that just bizarre.
So
right.
I think there's a sub question to this question, and that is, not necessarily do you still write checks? Do you know how to properly write a check? Because that I do. I know how to write a check. I bet you there are people, probably Dr. Crane's age, that have no idea how to properly write a check.
Dr. Crane, you know how to write cursive?
Yes, I was taught that in the 2nd grade.
All right, good. Because a lot of people don't know how to write cursive.
They only teach you how to write your name in cursive now. They don't teach you how to actually write a letter in cursive.
Oh, okay.
I don't understand that. I liked when I learned cursive, like I preferred it over print.
Yeah, I still do. I mean, I like doing that. And then it's just something you take with you forever. I mean, nobody does it anymore, but that's fine. I just like writing I like writing cursive, writing checks, man. I'm like Daryl Reeves. I'm out here on this island by myself.
It's all right, buddy.
Thanks, pal.
Look, if it'll make you feel better, I'll write some checks.
That'd be really nice if you could.
You're not gonna. If I write one out to you, you're not gonna get much. But
what's the old joke? Is like you're overdrafting your account. I'm like, how can it be? I still got checks.
Like that scene out of Seinfeld where Jerry's aunt is writing him checks for his birthday, and he goes to cash them in, and the bank is no longer there, and his uncle is like, hey, "Where's your grandmother? Where's your aunt? She's tried to cash these checks for years."
That's a good one. It's a good episode.
4312 says checks are too easy to wash and have people rewrite them, leading to fraud. I avoid writing checks at all costs. Banks will fight check fraud to the grave way easier to dispute online charges.
Okay. Well, I'm not writing you a check. I mean, I'll write the bank a check or something like that a check. I'm some dude that comes mow my yard. Here's a check for $80. I don't think he's going to go, but I understand the concern.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah. Dave says my mom lives in West Tennessee and her water bill, the only way she can pay it is by check. So you're not the only one.
Good. All right. I feel good now about that. No, like all that stuff, I'll, online, that's fine. But no, I'm not. I'm writing a check for a few things just to keep the check printers in business.
Now, people write me checks. Like I've had that.
Yeah, I Venmo. Like I owe Dr. Crane somebody. I Venmo him.
Like you and I get checks every 2 months, 3 months.
Maybe.
Not
Dustin, radio station checks, something else, folks.
Dustin in Hopkinsville says, I cash checks, love them. Mail money is the best in the business. Do the work, checks in the mail. I do deposit my checks via the mobile phone, though.
Okay, there we have it. So
there's a little bit of old school and new school that's kind of mixed together.
But you can't recall the last time you wrote a check?
No.
Okay.
Couldn't tell you.
That's fine. Yeah,
so,
wrote one
That's
yesterday.
A good question. I like it. 615-737-1025. That's our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. And, of course, our question of the day. Have we gotten any reports of the substation, taking out the Titans offensive line or anything?
I've seen zero so far on the old Twitter sphere, but I've only looked at a couple people. But yeah, I mean, what do you make out today's practice? Somebody asked me, what do you hope they do today? Well, if I'm Robert Saleh, I hope my defensive line destroys the Niners offensive line. I really hope, because that's your strength. I need to see that strength.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they do that and, don't do anything stupid.
Well, they're going to. I mean, that's what happens in these things.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on that as we go. What is this? 49er Avengers versus Electric Substation at training camp. That's hilarious.
What's that from?
Oh, it's like an AI thing.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Crane sent us.
Oh,
Well done. The 49ers as the Avengers. That's pretty good.
Again, I don't watch you little nerd movies, so I don't know. I think I can name
missing
2
out.
Avengers. Is Iron Man an Avenger?
He is.
Okay. Hulk?
He is. Not Hulk
Shazam?
Hogan. Not Shazam.
Spider-Man?
Yes.
The Green Hornet?
No.
The Green Lantern?
No.
Scrappy-Doo?
No.
No, it's not one. Hold on, now we got this. I don't know.
Dr. Crane's nickname is Scrappy Doo.
I don't know the whole DC Marvel world. Okay, hold on. Who else is there? Who's to do with the hammer? Thor.
Yeah.
Which one is he?
He's an Avenger.
So is that Marvel?
That's Marvel, yeah.
Superman's the GOAT.
He's
So
DC.
He's DC. Okay.
So there's the Justice League, which is DC,
All right.
and the Avengers, that's Marvel.
Okay. Have they ever fought?
Not that I know of.
Well, who's not? Why can't we make a move if then we
See, I feel like that they're waiting for like the Avengers or any of that to not work anymore where they make money. And then it's like, you know what? Let's do Batman versus Iron Man and just see what happens.
Okay. I'm trying to think of something. So Green Lantern.
That's DC, I think.
And Green Hornet, not Green Hornet. Make sure I say Hornet correctly.
Hornet.
Okay, so those are, and then what's the Deadpool guy? What is he?
Deadpool? That's Marvel, right, Dr. Crane?
I think so. I'm not as well versed with DC and all the Marvel, but I believe that is Marvel.
So the only one that's not a superhero is Batman, right? He doesn't have anything superhero about him.
He's just a rich guy with a lot of cool stuff.
But Green Arrow, all he can do is fire an arrow, correct? So he's still normal dude.
But I mean, like, look, if you're a good shot with an arrow, I mean, I think that's pretty effective.
Oh, Batman's pretty good when he has his little hook thing he throws over like
the batarang.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So the Green Lantern just got a ring. He's not really anything, right? I mean, he wasn't. Yeah. Spider-Man.
Superman, you're not messing with Superman because like
Superman's the best.
Yeah. You're not messing with him.
And he's got X-ray vision, which I would love to have.
Yeah. Superman, you know, FAFO. That's what's going to happen there.
I was like, which one is that with? I feel like I'm leaving a big superhero out. I don't watch these movies though. I'm not going. Transformers, what are they? Are they good guys?
They're like their own thing.
So they're not Marvel or DC.
No.
Okay.
Like cars that morph into
I think like Hasbro actually made that.
Oh, he also owns the Preds.
No, that's Haslam.
Okay. Getting confused here with these guys. All right. And so Transformers are their own little entity?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Look, you guys are teaching me things that I don't know and I don't really care about.
When you said Shazam, did you mean like Shamu the whale? Or
Shazam is like a superhero.
Oh.
You've never heard of Shazam?
No, I know that as like the music app.
No, type it in. Shazam is he's like the
wasn't that Shaq?
No, that's
no, that was something else.
Shazam is like the Temu Superman. He's like when you'll find in a discount store.
Yeah.
I can't believe Dr. Crane's never heard of Shazam.
I can't either. Oh, by the way,
no, never heard of him.
Alan from Nashville sent us a picture on the text line. Today's young people, when asked about cursive, Chase, and it's a picture of Bart with the teacher that says, "So you've never learned cursive?" And he goes, "Well, I know hell and damn."
Yes, that's fantastic. Oh man, I love that.
615-737-1025. We'll continue to take your answer to the question of the day. Plus, we'll get into some football and so much more. It's Chase and Big Joe presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel on this Tuesday, 102.5 The Game.
Oh, you never learned cursive?
Well, I know hell and damn and bit.
Cursive handwriting, script. Do you know the multiplication tables? Long division?
I know of them.
You know, Bart, I think you'd profit from a more remedial environment. I'm sure you'll feel right at home in the Leg Up program.
Such a classic. Is that when they moved to Cypress Springs or Cypress Hill or whatever it was called?
Oh, I don't remember that.
That's the Hank Scorpio episode.
I don't remember that one.
It's a
I remember that
yeah,
scene.
You would remember it because he buys Tom Landry's hat and wears it to like motivate them.
Was that the episode? Oh my gosh. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. There's so many. I mean, they're on their 40th year, something.
Yeah, supposedly it may end after 40.
It's a heck of a run.
Yeah, so I mean the voice, like you listen to the voices in the new episodes, they're just so different now because we've all gotten older.
Oh yeah, and they'll probably just grab AI to do those, right?
I mean, I hope not. Like, go ahead and end it. It's okay. I mean, it's obviously had one hell of a run.
It has. Let's watch our mouth today.
Well, I know, damn and hell. It looks like, according to some reports, that Kyler Murray is going to be QB1 for the Vikings over McCarthy, which I find to be interesting, but not that surprising at this point. I mean, so what do we think? I mean, the Kyler Murray, didn't work in Arizona. Is it going to work in Minnesota?
That's a good question. But Kevin O'Connell continues to bury himself with taking J.J. McCarthy and not keeping Sam Darnold. I mean, it's got to be him. Kevin O'Connell watching Sam Darnold win the Super Bowl had to be just an awful day for him.
Oh, yeah.
When the quarterback you got in there. Now, let me go about a step further with this. Jim Harbaugh was his coach at Michigan and just told everybody how great he was. Remember, he was like, this guy's great. He's great. He's smart. Team rallies around him. And that first start he had, they beat the Bears. I think it was a Sunday night game. And you're like, oh, yeah, they got something really good there. And then now it's gone straight to where. And look, maybe sometimes you need a little different battery put in there to get things going. And maybe that goes well for the Vikings. But again, the Vikings are one of the most overrated franchises in NFL history. They always seem to have the team, but they never get to the finish line. 0-4 in the Super Bowl. Haven't been in the Super Bowl since what, the 70s?
Yeah, I mean, they should have gone in 98. And
should have gone in 09, but Favre had to damn throw the ball in the middle of the field and let the Saints pick it off.
So what's a more disappointing franchise, Minnesota or Buffalo?
I think they're both on equal grounds. I'm not the great fan base.
Buffalo
the fan bases
more,
but they just don't have. I don't know. The Bills teams that lost the Super Bowl 4 in a row in the 90s they should have won at least 2 of those.
Agreed.
And they didn't.
They were never beating the Cowboys, but they could. Who was the other ones? The Giants and the Redskins.
Yep. And then Parcells outcoached
Gibbs, or not Gibbs.
Marv Levy. Yeah. I mean, there's no way the Giants should have ever beaten the Bills in that Super Bowl. The Bills couldn't be stopped.
So they should have had that one.
And then that's the Parcells like, get us to the fourth quarter within 3 to 4 points, we'll win the game. And they just handed the ball off to Otis Anderson, and got themselves in condition and the position, and then Norwood misses the field goal. But I don't mind if Kyler Murray's the guy to put in there and do that. It's just a bad look now because you're number one guy. It's what the Titans might go through in 2 years if Cam Ward's not the guy.
Yeah, but I think the difference there is, I know how I felt. I never thought McCarthy was the number one guy.
The one you call O'Connell.
I tried. He ignored me.
Yeah, I mean that's on him now.
But no, like I know there are people that don't necessarily think Cam is the number one guy, but he was the number one overall pick. So you better hope he is.
Yeah.
Exactly. McCarthy was I forgot where he was drafted.
7th? No.
No.
Is that high? I don't know why 7. Maybe he wears number 7.
No.
10th.
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 Okay. So, you still want him to work out, but like I thought that was a reach on him when they took him out of Michigan, and I never felt like he had that number one franchise quarterback, persona about him. So then when they go and they signed Kyler Murray, who's a former number one overall pick, I was like, man, this is probably it for McCarthy. He's probably gonna lose his job to Kyler Murray, and that looks like what has happened. But I think that's the difference between McCarthy and Cam Ward is you do have a group that think Cam Ward is the guy.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm just saying, if 2 years, if Cam's not the guy, I mean, then you got to bring somebody else in here and get it done. I hope we don't ever talk about that, have to deal with that. I hate covering a terrible football team. We're tired of it. That's why we want this football team to win and win big and win now. That's the thing.
What do you think the reaction would be in this city if all of a sudden, Cam Ward puts himself, I'm not saying he's going to, I'm just asking the what if. Cam Ward puts himself in the conversation, with Allen and Mahomes, and he's all of a sudden top of the league and an MVP contender. I don't think we know how to handle that because McNair is it, in that sense. We've never been in that position as a city.
Well, in the words of former Titans coach Jeff Fisher, I don't do hypotheticals. I don't know. It's just, I really do not know, because the quarterback play here has been so, Tannehill was great, 19, 20, 21, but 22 was okay to a certain point, and then 23 was not good, 24 was bad, 25 was bad. It's just been bad. I'd like to see at least average would be good with Cam Ward. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
See what happens, but I think having Brian Dable, I think it's what a great OC, and I hope Brian Dable's not here in January, in a good sense, because that means this team did really well. That quarterback did really well. The team did really well. And now another team wants Brian Dable as a second chance as a head coach.
Oh, yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I hope he is, but if he isn't, that means they had a really good year. So I think that's certainly a good way to look at it. By the way, our friend Ricky just sent us, you're going to love this, Week 6, the Seahawks against the Broncos, which I think is a primetime game. They're going old school with the old uniforms. So the Orange Crush will take on whatever the Seahawks old unis, but both going to wear the colored top, which I think will be cool.
Let me ask you this. All right, 2 years ago when the Seahawks came to town, their practice jerseys were their old uniforms.
Yeah.
And we both looked at each other like, oh, yeah. Why aren't teams going back to this? I mean, the Eagles uniform is very pedestrian. You put those Kelly greens on, you just feel like you want to run down the field on the kickoff team. And that's like every team. Why the Broncos, these Orange Crush jerseys are fantastic. And don't give me that it's like, well, that's back in the 70s and 80s. I don't care. If it looks good, it looks good. If a hit's a hit, it's a hit. Stop with this.
Well, and I think I'm wondering if you're going to see more teams do like the Titans have done and do the throwback look with a new twist on it. Obviously, the Titans, whether they want to say it or not, have gone with the Oilers look with the Titans logo. And I think most people are starting to, even the ones that didn't like it at first, is starting to grow on them. I think they look really good. When we saw Jim Wyatt's Britches report yesterday, I'm like, man, that looks so good on TV. But so I'm with you. I think Denver, they did a rebrand, I guess last year or a couple years ago. Their uniforms now are similar to the Orange Crush, and then they wear the Orange Crush as an alternate.
Right.
I do like that lighter blue helmet with the D on the side of it, and the Bronco. The silver helmets for Seattle is just such a good look.
Are you going to tell me, and I tell people all the time, like with the Atlanta Falcons might be the most non-talked about team in football, because we talk about the Cardinals, how bad they are. Nobody ever talks about the Falcons. Yeah. But I'm telling you go back to that Falcon on the helmet and the red helmet and those jerseys. People would love those. Look so much better than this nonsense they throw out now every Sunday. Doesn't look good. It looks like I did it on Canva. Hey, Joe, can you go design the Falcons? Yeah, you got 10 minutes. Here you go. Oh, that's great. Great job.
You're talking about the new design they just rolled out?
I don't like those. I don't know. You go back, nostalgia just hits you differently with these uniforms. It's okay to go back to those. I don't know why the Patriots don't go back to Pat Patriot. The Flying Elvis is fine, but the Pat Patriot is great. And other things, when they made the dolphin for Miami on the helmet and it looked like not a dolphin, they've been terrible. Get that dolphin back on there with the helmet. I mean, that's a dolphin that goes up and coverage and tries to get the ball and will knock you out across the middle. That's what I want. Pat Patriot's going to block you down the field. Then he's going to protect your freedoms.
Yes, he is.
That's what we do with these helmets. And so the look of the Broncos and the Seahawks is just fantastic.
615-737-1025. Is our caller still there? He is. Let's go to Clay, who wants to weigh in on our question of the day. What's up, Clay?
Boys, how we doing?
Oh, man.
We're good, man.
We're good, buddy. How are you?
Doing okay.
Hey, real quick, Clay, real quick.
Yeah.
Dr. Crane says that you look like a famous country singer. He says you look like a very well, say it, Dr. Crane.
I said he looked like a sophisticated Ronnie Millsap.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You don't have to agree. We thought it was great.
By the way, to answer the question today, I do not write checks.
Why not? You're up there in my age bracket.
Actually, I changed banks about 4 years ago, and when I opened this new account at a different bank, I didn't even get any checks.
Really?
I do everything on my debit card.
Did you flip off a teller and get banned from that bank?
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, it was right there.
Clay, I bet you're the kind of guy that goes to the bank through the drive-thru and has like 7 transactions.
No, that's incorrect.
All right, good. Because you shouldn't have 2 at the most. After that, you should need to go inside the bank.
Yeah, I agree.
So the Titans are in the middle of first practice in Santa Clara, correct?
They are. They're getting out on the field right now. Jim Wyatt tweeted about it. So I don't know if they've actually started practice. I think they're doing stretch and all that right now.
Joe, I'll do my homework and I'll study the roster. Maybe before long I can name 10 Titans. Okay, how about that?
Well, why don't you wait, because about a third of them are going to be cut here in about 2 weeks. So wait after that.
All right.
Hey,
boys, have a good
wait?
day.
Hold on. What are you doing today, buddy?
Yeah, doing a little DoorDash.
Oh,
Nice.
Now let me ask you a question. Nobody's listening but me, you, chasing Dr. Crane. Dr. Crane, would you eat a French fry if nobody noticed?
That's funny.
Maybe so, Joe.
I knew you would, because I would.
Yeah.
Thank you,
See
Clay.
you, boys.
See you, man. We will come back with more here on this Tuesday as the Titans are hitting the field for practice. We'll keep an eye on things to the best we can. Obviously, won't be a lot until after they're done, but we'll as they get things going out in Santa Clara against the Niners. Is Chase and Big Joe on this Tuesday, 102.5 The Game.
Hey, look, there's a big crowd welcome us back, even though we lost.
Hey, I'll give you something to cry about, you loser. You can't catch a football? Let's see if you can catch a rock.
Yes.
So good. I think Mo is probably, of all the secondary characters on The Simpsons, he might be my favorite. Well, maybe Krusty and then Mo.
I'm Krusty all the way. I like
Yeah.
Mo because the motivation for Mo, is it Sislak? Is that his last name?
Mo Sislak.
Is Al Pacino in Dog Day Afternoon, and that's what Hank Azaria put together, that voice, which is funny because in the movie Heat, Pacino comes in and basically beats up Hank Azaria because he's having an affair with Ashley Judd, who's married to Val Kilmer. And it's like the first time they met. And so the thing was Azaria couldn't stop laughing because that was his guy. And then Pacino comes in. They don't rehearse the scene. By the way, the movie Heat is a top 3 movie of all
Now that
time.
you brought that up. I want to watch it.
All
Like, it's been
time. It
forever.
is so amazingly good. And so Pacino comes in and does this scene like ad-libbed, improvised, and it's a iconic moment in cinema history. So it's, to me, Krusty and then Mo, and then Burns is kind of right there on the cusp of all that.
So a lot of teams around the league are doing joint practices this week, and this has become something that is pretty common. We had Jeff Fisher in a couple of weeks ago, and he said they didn't do it as much because the rules said that they couldn't. But now the Titans are now having 3 different teams that they're practicing with. They're all 3 preseason opponents. I know you have some thoughts on that.
Well, here's the deal. I need to see this in the college level. I need to see, and it's funny, every college coach we've talked about joint practice hates it. The coaches around here, official coach of the Chase and Big Joe show, he doesn't like it. But from the outside, I'm like, why can't on one day, why can't Tennessee Tech come down and scrimmage MTSU?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can close it off. I don't need to see anything. But I think it'd be like, all right, here it NFL does it. Why can't, or middle goes down and scrimmages UTC, just something, just to mix it up a little bit. I don't know why college coaches hate it, but NFL coaches love it, and it's not even close in their comparison. They just don't want to do it. I don't know. It would have been really fun to see, middle scrimmage. Who knows? I mean, Tennessee Tech today. It doesn't matter, but fun.
My thing is, college coaches are control freaks, and we know that. All coaches are. So you control it. You make it very easy, and you say, "Hey, look, you're not going to touch the quarterback. Don't even breathe on him." Which is what I think they do with the NFL joint practices. And you set up some rules, but I think there's no preseason for college.
No.
Which proves that you don't necessarily have to have it in the NFL either. But I think it's a good thing you do because, the product, since they've gone from 4 to 3 and 6 to 4 and all that, I mean, you see the product, especially early in the season, and how much that's been affected.
Well, in college basketball, they'll do Vanderbilt will scrimmage Illinois, and it's in a closed gym, and nobody knows about it. All right, so they're doing it in college basketball, which is easier to move 12 guys than it is to move 90. I get all that, right? But tomorrow, if Tech was coming down to scrimmage MTSU, it'd be kind of fun, right? I mean, it's different, and you got guys going against receivers you wouldn't see, and you could do different things on them, and they're not knowing your tendencies. It would just be very, very cool. Why can't Western come down and scrimmage Vanderbilt? They're not playing each other. It's it's fine. That would be kind of fun. Or Austin P goes and scrimmage. Teams are on your schedule. You don't have a lot of mutual opponents together, and do that. I just think it'd be a lot of fun. But every college coach that I talk to hates that. Pro coaches,
why do they hate it?
They won't even tell me. It's just I don't do that. I don't do that. It's just there's not the same constant or a common denominator that these coaches are saying. They're just nah, I don't know, it's too much, and move guys and all that.
High schools do it, don't they?
All the time. all you have to do is throw these guys on a bus, drive an hour, scrimmage, have a lot of fun. Boom, you're back home that afternoon. And you got, if I'm a coach, I want to see all right, for example, Tennessee Tech comes down and scrimmages MTSU. If I'm the Tech coach, I'm like, all right, hey, look what player 4 did today. And we don't see that in practice, but against, middles guys, he did this. I just think it gives you a different level of evaluation for your guys that I would love to see. But again, man, they all just can't stand the idea of that.
You know what you do? This is what I would do. You get Vanderbilt, MTSU, TSU, and either Austin Peay or Tennessee Tech, one of those that are it's an easy drive. You take this week, the Titans set it up for you. You go use their facility because they got more room, and you have all 4 of those teams, and they have joint practices. One day it's Vandy and Middle, and then the next day it's Vandy, TSU, or whatever, and you let them use the facility this week. It's great pub for the Titans because they're helping out the local universities, and it's a great opportunity for the universities because they get to hit somebody else.
Love the idea. Will never happen.
I know,
love it.
But I mean, like it seems so simple to help your local schools because you're not asking like Vanderbilt and Tennessee to go scrimmage each other. They're going to play later in the year. That's not what we're talking about. But if you have an MTSU, because think about how beneficial it is for an MTSU or a TSU or Austin Peay, and they could just do it at Vandy if they wanted to, but go up against an SEC squad. The coaches can all sit there and talk to each other and stuff.
Well,
I'm with you.
I get the idea, but for me, it's just like, give me a 2-hour practice, have Tech come over, scrimmage at Middle, 2 hours. You get some good work in with the specialty guys. I mean, with the receivers and DBs and all that. Go back home. You're back home in a couple hours. You're done. Deal. I don't want to make a big deal out of it. I just think I don't know why high schools love it, pros love it, and college coaches. You bring it up. I brought up the Rick Stockstill one time. He's like, "Stop! Don't want to do it." Coach Wells is like, "No, I'm good. We like working here." And they're all. It's not just one. I mean, they're all like, "We're not doing it. We're not doing it." So we could sit here all day long and say, "You need to do it," but these college coaches aren't going to do it. I think it'd be really cool.
All right, we got a lot of response on our text line, 615-737-1025. 2389 says, I'm a junior pro coach here in Dixon. We do some joint practices. We have one tonight.
Great.
1811 says, only thing I can think of for college is NIL. Bigger problem sees a kid, or bigger program sees a kid that they think they want in the next cycle, kids trying to show out for other coaches. I think that's a really good point.
It is. And
so like if you're Vandy, let's just use this as an example. You're Vanderbilt. You scrimmage with Middle. Who's Middle's big receiver that they have now? I blanket on his name.
I think I got like 5 of them.
Well, I know there's one in particular. Well, anyway, any of the 5. And all of a sudden, Vandy's like, ooh, that guy looks good. I get it from that.
Yeah. Sure.
From that. Chad says, I wonder if it's to do with roster sizes. Maybe hard to fit like 190 college players into a practice.
Too deep, baby. Too deep. Just go too deep and run what you need to do there. I mean, you're talking a 25 period practice, and that's 5 minutes a period. You're out in 2 hours. You're done.
And then 2438 says it sounds like a good idea until your player gets poached.
Well, he's gonna get poached anyway.
I think right, he is, but I think that is probably that's why they don't want to tell you the answer, because that's the answer.
I can't poach a guy in August, right? And if you show out, all right, so we go to practice. Chase McCabe's raw, man. The Chase McCabe is all over. He's hawking these dudes left and right. Put the game tape on. Oh, look, Marshall beat him deep. Liberty beat him deep. I don't want him.
Right. Yeah.
You think Barton Simmons knows every player in football? Damn right he does.
Of course he always has.
Yeah, right. If he does it, the guys on his staff, they all do. Every team's got this now. They're going to find you no matter what. Middle has put so many guys into the next level that have played well during the season and a couple of those guys have made the pros. So they're going to find you. It doesn't matter. And that's what I told Coach Mason and I were talking about this today. All you worry about now is 2026. That's it. Yeah. That's all. You don't worry about the guy next year. You worry about 20 26, and that's it. And I get the idea of, oh, I didn't know this guy. This guy's good. If you're good, they're going to find you no matter what. Like a high school recruit, Major League Baseball recruit, they're going to find you no matter what.
615-737-1025 if you want to continue this discussion on joint practices with college athletes. Why don't they do it? I think we all have a good idea of why. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at 1025 The Game. You can watch us, listen to the shows, and see exclusive content, and we appreciate you doing that. We'll have more coming up next. Tim Hasselbeck at the top of the hour. It's Chasing Big Joe, 1025 The Game. Hey, keep up with training camp here with 1025 The Game for the latest updates, player interviews, and more as we get ready for the football season. It's all presented by Tennessee Brewworks, Parman Energy, and the Music City Kickoff Game. The Music City Kickoff Game is Ole Miss and Louisville at Nissan Stadium on September 6th. Get your tickets at NashvilleSports.com. That's going to be the Sunday night game on ESPN opening weekend. I'm intrigued by that matchup, JoJo.
Real quick, I have not heard this song in 30 years. Is that Glenn Medeiros singing?
It is not.
Who is that?
George Benson.
No. Back up. That's Glenn Medeiros singing.
No, it's George Benson.
The original version, it's Glenn Medeiros. I'm going to die on this hill today.
Yeah, but this is George Benson's version of
Joe's
it.
ready to fight you.
I've never heard this. I like this. I love George Benson.
He loves you.
He lives in Hawaii. Great guitar player. Oh, that's a great song. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that Sunday night game. And I hope Ole Miss beats Louisville 1,001-0.
Me too. And then they should celebrate with some chicken tenders afterwards.
Oh, why not, right?
I think that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, just walk down Broadway, go to Raising Cane's Chicken Tenders. Have a great day with all that.
Together at cromwellmedia.com if you want to advertise your chicken tenders.
Love chicken tenders. Gosh,
Me too.
almighty.
That's how we celebrate. Anyway, yeah, I think it'll be a fun game. I'm excited, man. We're less than a month away. Get some college football. The 29th is the TSU plays and the John Merritt Classic. You got, what was it, Memphis, UNLV.
Cannot wait to watch that game.
That game, I can't either. And
Since
it's a
y'all
late
brought
game.
it up, yes.
Oh, I know. I'm like, man, I kind of wish we were going out there for that one.
Oh, it'd be fun. And look, it's here, right? I mean, we talked yesterday, football now every weekend through February, right? And some of these preseason games, I'll watch the Titans, of course, and I'll watch the teams in the division to see what's going on. But when the real thing hits us on the 29th and then the 5th, the Labor Day weekend, and of course the football season pro starts that Wednesday between Seattle and the Patriots, and then we're off and running.
So they're out on the practice field, and it looks like the Titans are on the substation field.
Of course.
So there you go, Dr. Crane.
Get your tinfoil caps out, folks. Just get out of there in one piece. That's all I ask.
Can I just say this? All right. You bring up the tinfoil hats, right? So they've been doing the Celebrity Who Wants to Be a Millionaire lately, and we've been watching it on Hulu just to have something to watch. And one of the questions was about if you're a conspiracy theorist, you wear a what? And I thought immediately of Dr. Crane.
Thank you.
Tinfoil hat.
I'm telling you, conspiracy theories, there are some out there that are real, I think. I really do.
Oh, sure. Of course there are. So everybody's out there doing their work.
We could do a whole 3-hour show on conspiracy theories. We could.
Oh, 100%.
We could do, I mean, there's a lot of topics you can do these things. Dr. Crane and I did one about the moon landing, and we had so many people weighing in about, it happened, it didn't happen, and like, you're dumb, we're all dumb, it didn't happen. And so, I don't know, it's kind of crazy, man.
615-737-1025 if you want to continue the question of the day on our text line. Well, we talked to Tim Hasselbeck coming up next, which is, do you still write checks?
Yeah, there's a few people have texted in to me, and like I write my friend Dale, I like 3 or 4 checks a month. Tom says I write 2 checks a month. I don't know what they're for, but like me, I write my car payment on a check. That's it.
That is a good one.
But when I said it, the person looked at me like I was a leper. I'm like, no, I like this.
Coming up next, we'll ask Tim Hasselbeck, does he write checks? And also about joint practices and much more. ESPN NFL analyst and the head coach at Innsworth. He joins us next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Hour number 2, Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Tuesday. Rocking and rolling and excited now for our next guest. He joins us every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. Tim Hasselbeck, ESPN NFL analyst and the head coach at Innsworth. Tim, what's up? How you doing?
Hey, how you guys doing?
We're doing fantastic. The joint practice is underway down in Santa Clara between the Titans and the 49ers. When you were playing, did you guys get to do a lot of joint practices, or was it still not as common as it is now?
It was not as common back then, but like I was with, let's see, there was a few times we did it. One of the times we did it, I was with the Giants. We did a joint practice with the Jets ahead of playing them in the preseason. And there was a massive fight that broke out early in the joint practice. It was like, okay, I guess this is what we're doing. So it was, I mean, I think it's good not, to go against, someone other than like your own team. But there's definitely some differences. I'll just put it that way.
You can make an argument that it's beneficial for the quarterback, to go up against a different defense, the receivers to go up against different DBs. But do you think it's the lines, the offensive line and the defensive line that probably benefit the most?
I mean, I think there's a pretty strong case for everybody. I mean, listen, probably O&D line just because you're leaning on each other for training camp and, to go against somebody else, different strengths, different scheme, different, line stunts, things of that nature. It's great for the guys up front. There's no question about it. But I think you could kind of say a similar thing for, an offense or quarterback, because, part of what happens when you play against your own team all the time, you walk up to the line of scrimmage and you hear, what the defense is saying to each other, which, and, the longer you do it, you're like, oh, okay, well, I know when they say black, like they're playing man coverage, or when, when they like just things like that. They're like, hey, we're boxing this. It's like, oh, okay, that's how they're going to treat, this bunch look over here. They're going to box it. So, I think there are certain things where you learn they're almost like cheating a little bit, that, you don't always have the benefit of that when you play, when you play against, a different team that you don't know their defensive calls, stuff like that.
Talking to Tim Hasselbeck, I will tell you that starting next week, you are sponsored for all the football season by our good friends at Southeast Financial Credit Union. So well done, buddy.
Let's go. All right. I love it.
Yeah, let's get it done.
This is the first time I've been sponsored, by the way.
Chase,
no, you've had some sponsors over the years.
Okay, all right.
I mean, Chase and I have sponsored you, good Lord, for 15 years now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been. Have we decided how long it's been? 15 years.
It's been almost. Years. Yeah, because the 29th is the 15th anniversary of the radio station, and so we're almost there.
Tim, you don't remember this, but the first time you called in, Willie Donick and I were doing the afternoon show, and the entire control room flooded, and we lost 99% of the power. The only thing we didn't lose was the phone call to you. And then so you were on with Willie. We couldn't take commercial breaks. You were on for like an hour with us straight.
Unfazed.
Right.
And honestly, and I only stayed on because Willie was on out of respect for Willie.
Thank
I
you.
was stuck with you for an hour, and then like, I'm out.
Right. It's
Never
like
doing that again.
It's like, this is not worth anything that I got to do. Anyway, so we're blessed to have you, man. And we love this segment. So thank you, Southeast Financial Credit Union, for hopping on board with us. Let me ask you this, Tim. Where does all this disdain come for Jalen Hurts? When did this all begin? What did I miss the movie or the Netflix documentary about how nobody likes him?
It's interesting you say that. I'm surprised at I think the lack of appreciation for what he's done as a player, and the fact that he's done it through different coordinators. His college path was not an easy one. He had to earn it. His various stops. And so my guess is it's just the nature of being a starting quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. That's my guess on it. And I say that because, and I think I've told this story before, but the Eagles had been to like 3 straight like NFC championship games. And it was a preseason game the following year. And Donovan McNabb was a quarterback, and he was going to play one series against the New England Patriots. And I think he went like 0 for 5 in a preseason game against the Patriots. Now granted, he's like a Pro Bowl player, probably the season before, maybe multiple seasons before. The team's going to NFC championship games. This is a preseason game where he's only going to play about one series. He goes 0 for 5, and he was getting booed. And I was like, wait, what? Like, really? Like, gosh, are you serious? So I do think there's just an element of playing for that organization where people are going to be very critical and hard on that spot. So I think it's a lot of that. And then, beyond that, I can't really say because I think he's accomplished quite a bit. He's been a good player, and he's done it through some challenging circumstances.
Well, I just like reading, like when A.J. Brown was gone, they're like, oh, now Jalen Hurts can breathe. And reading the stories from Philadelphia, it's kind of like he was like the guy, like, all right, all go, like you just talked about, all goes to hell. We're going to blame Jalen Hurts for that. So I think he's a great quarterback. Let me get your thoughts on the Raiders. It's announced Kirk Cousins is going to start over Fernando Mendoza. You like that?
I do. I like how you brought that. Kirk Cousins, you like that into it too. That's why he's got so many Emmys.
Thank you.
So I do. I think that's just the plan. I think they decided it. I think Brady had big influence on this and said, look, it's better for a young guy to not start right away. And so I think that's been the plan. And because that's the plan, I think that I think it's good to stick with the plan. Like if you have one, doesn't mean it can't change. But yeah, I think that is, a good idea. But I don't think I would do it the entire season.
Yeah, and that was going to be my follow-up to that of like, obviously the coaches will know, but is there a specific thing that like you would look for in practice to say, hey, this guy is ready? Now, obviously Kirk Cousins, whoever the starter is going to factor into that too, but is there like a moment that you can watch in practice where you can go, okay, this is slowed down for him and he seems to have an understanding?
Yeah, I mean, I just think that you just build those things over time, right? Like I think over time you go like, oh, that was a good third down period, and then the next day you stack that with a good blitz period, and then you stack that with a 2-minute drive at the end of a practice, and you just, I think you just start to stack those things where, everybody feels like, yeah, he's ready for this. He's good to go. I think that's how it happens. Not necessarily one thing that happens where it's like, okay, boom, the light switch is there, and turned on. I think it's, something that, through reps and time on task, you just start to instill the confidence in everybody that's a part of it to feel like, yep, the guy can do it.
Do you feel like we're sitting here in Nashville and, Vanderbilt, and they have Jared Curtis, who you saw last year, and all the talk has been, okay, should he start as a true freshman? Obviously, I know starting as an 18-year-old as opposed to a 22, 23-year-old in the NFL are different ththings, but how different are they, I guess is what I'm asking, of starting a true freshman as opposed to a rookie in the NFL?
Yeah, I think they can be. I think they'd be very different. The mental jump from college to pro is so significant. It's very significant. I think typically the physical jump from high school to college is significant. And so I guess the thing that I would say, like in Jared Curtis's situation, I think he's different physically, which makes like the thing that's typically the big leap, not as much of a leap for him. I think physically, if you were to stack him up against a lot of college quarterbacks in terms of what they're physically able to do in terms of size, strength, arm strength, running ability, elusiveness, those types of things, I think he would stack up extremely well, with most college quarterbacks. So, I think that's where it ends up being different. in Curtis's situation, I would think that he would be able to handle it just from the physical perspective.
Tim, your thoughts on, I know it's preseason game, Hall of Fame game, but Carson Beck, look, if you're going to complete a pass. I don't care if it's the first string guy or the ninth string guy. He looked okay, right? Am I making more of this than I should?
No, I don't think so. He's look, having good preseason games doesn't mean you'll have good regular season games, but it certainly, instills confidence that the guy would be able to do it. He was viewed as a potential first-round draft pick when he was at Georgia, then had the bad elbow injury and obviously the move to Miami, but he then played well at Miami. So, I think if it weren't for the injury history, I think he would have been drafted higher. And so he finds himself in Arizona in a good situation, plays well, and I think it's fair to say that because of their quarterback situation, you might say it makes more sense for the organization to make sure that he gets regular season opportunities this year to try to figure out what you have.
How much is it that a relief off the team's chest that when they've got a quarterback? Because I had a good friend of mine, huge Saints fan, and they're like, deep breath. We feel like we finally got a quarterback now, and Tyler Shuck that's in there. But how much does that just take pressure off the entire organization when you know your quarterback is good?
Yeah, I think it's a big deal, especially if it's a young quarterback, because then everyone feels like, oh, wow, we can build around this guy for sure when the guy's a rookie contract. And then when he doesn't, you just know that you have a franchise quarterback and you feel like you're going to have a chance. So, yeah, it's a big thing for the I think the confidence and kind of psyche of the football team. And I think that's one of the things why just like here locally with Cam Ward, look, there was a lot of optimism last year. It obviously did not go the way that, everybody wanted it to go. And so I think there needs to be a little bit of trust, confidence, encouragement kind of built into, all right, what is he doing? What is he showing the team, the fan base, the coaching staff now going into year two, with a different, group. But like, what is he doing to instill the confidence that, we should feel good about, who's calling, who's under center here for the team.
We'll have more with Tim Hasselbeck coming up next. It's Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Jason Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Tuesday, continuing our conversation with Tim Hasselbeck, ESPN NFL analyst and the head coach at Innsworth. Tim, with Robert Saleh, he's been asked a lot about, what are some things that maybe he's done differently going into this training camp than he did his first training camp with the Jets. When you think back to coaches that have gotten that second opportunity, what does he need to do to make a big jump like we've seen with, Belichick's probably the best example of that, but others that have had that second opportunity and maybe done things a little different?
Yeah, I think the big thing is just like learning and first probably, identifying the things that you would want to do differently, right? Just because, you have confirmation that like, hey, that didn't work. So I think there are a few factors, that go into that. And some of that is how you practice, maybe how you meet with your staff, how you manage your coaching staff. Some of it too just comes down to, hey, do you have the players and what types of players have you been trying to get? And, and so I think like we've talked a bunch about, in this opportunity for Robert Saleh, it feels as if there have been people that he has been around in the past before and said, yeah, I need, I want that player on my team because I know what he can do. So I think there are some elements of that are important. How you practice, maybe how you meet, just things to get the, try to get all the, basically to improve on the things where you feel like, we weren't getting the best out of our team by doing it that way.
How much of it too is, a lot of times with a rookie head coach, the general manager will play a big role in putting the staff together. And then as the coach gets more established, then he's bringing in, his guys and stuff like that. So I don't know what the thought process was here. Obviously, Dable had interviewed for the job. Now he's the offensive coordinator. Bones Fossil was already on the staff. So I would think that the team had some influence on the staff. But how much does that make a difference of being able to pick your own guys to be on your staff?
Listen, it's a huge factor. And you're exactly right in terms of sometimes the organization's like, look, we have a guy under contract. We want you to keep him. Like in Fossil's situation, like good news is he's probably as respected as any special teams coordinator in the league. So like that's probably an easy one in any scenario. In terms of, putting a staff together on the offensive side of the ball, like there are a lot of influences and you may be surprised, but sometimes it's agents that have a lot of influence where it's like, hey, look, we're going to help you get this job, but like you gotta take on some other clients. And now that, the bigger the staffs get, the easier that is to accommodate, but it's a big deal because you need to be able to trust the people that you're working with. They need to be good workers. They need to have their oar in the water, row in the same direction. And it's a big factor. It really is. So, look, just because the team makes a decision on a coach doesn't mean the guy won't be, a good teammate in it. Just because the head coach chooses the guy doesn't mean that he's going to necessarily be rowing the right direction. But I do think having a unified staff with a unified front office of understanding and evaluating players, seeing things a similar way, saves a lot of headaches.
Talking to our good friend Tim Hasselbeck, proudly sponsored by Southeast Financial Credit Union. I love saying that, Tim, because I love you and I love this and I love the segment. I love Chase. I love Nick. I think it's great. So listen, I'm really happy today, Tim. Here's a debate that I want you to answer because we value your opinion so much. You have scrimmages, right, against other teams, which is basically a joint practice. The NFL has joint practices. Why do every college coach that we talk to hates the idea of a joint practice? Why?
I don't know why they hate it. I would think that they want it. And I think you're starting to see more coaches, more coaches like talk about spring games of being like, yeah, we'll play somebody in a spring game, right? Like we'll do that.
Yes.
So I'm surprised that there hasn't been a push for it. Now, I do think it'd be at the college level, and let's just be real, college football with all this stuff is a little messed up with, like some people are in school, some people aren't in school. The rosters are gigantic. How many kids are you bringing? The roster size is being so big, you can practice differently in college than you can in the pros. And so are you taking, 90 guys, to go play MTSU? Like, I'm not sure that you are. So I think there's some things just with college football in general that need to get ironed out. There's also the element of this, transfer portal world where, now all of a sudden are you bringing your players to get, stolen from the other team?
Right.
Things of that nature where it's like, there's just longer term contracts in the NFL. It's different. So I think there's a lot of factors, but it all kind of comes down to college football is a mess right now.
Yeah, exactly. But don't you like, I don't know who you scrimmage this year, but don't you like seeing your starting quarterback, how he covers, how he covers your receivers, but isn't it great to see how he covers the other receivers in scrimmages? Like, all right, we can work on this, or like, man, you're doing this really well. It gives you all this teaching that you could have.
Yeah, I will say, so like we scrimmaged Gallatin. It's the third year in a row that we've scrimmaged them. We scrimmaged East Nashville. The third time that we've worked with them, this time of year, since I've been the coach, so every year basically, and then we have another one coming up. And so the thing I would say is that I've appreciated with the guys that in the schools that we've gone against is, we've kind of all had the same goal, which is we just want to get some good live kind of game-like environment, reps for our players. I have 8 new, I will have 8 new starters on each side of the ball this year. And so, with that, like, look, I love getting, game-like rep environments to see how guys are going to respond. And, and so scrimmages are great for that. I do think it's important, and the same thing will go with these joint practices in the NFL, is like just making sure the coaches are on the same page with what the goal is. And, I definitely feel like, at Ensworth, we've, identified schools and coaches that have done a good job with their programs, and, we've ended up getting good positive work out of it because of it.
Don't you? Your brother knows more football than I'll ever know, but to see like when Gallatin puts a front out there that you've never seen before, not only to see your players how adapt to it, but you also like to see how your coaching staff adapts to that, right?
Yeah, one of the things I think is great, and this has happened to us every year, is just going to a scrimmage. We don't game plan any of the scrimmages or anything like that. And so, invariably, like you're going to get you're going to get a look that you haven't seen or repped against. And so the good news is you just end up saying like, all right, let's just apply our rules. Because we're going to have situations during the season where you get into a game, it's going to be a blitz or a front or something, new wrinkle, someone you're playing where they haven't shown it on tape. And so it's new. And so if we just apply our rules, like now we know, like, we should, have potential for a good play or eliminate a negative play. It's no different defensively. Like, oh, hey, they've never shown unbalanced before. Oh, next thing you know, you get an unbalanced look. All right, well, like, what are our unbalanced rules? Okay, did we line up to it correctly? We did. And so, yeah, everything from the guys lining up to it correctly to the coaches coaching through it and adjusting it, correctly in a game environment. That's why you do those things. And so, look, it's amazing the number of situations that need to be covered in football. I mean, they're countless. And, it's why it's such a time-consuming sport in terms of the preparation, but it's also the benefit of these joint practices.
Oh, absolutely. I guess I'm not sure if you know the story about the strike year of '87 when the Redskins were going to play the Giants, and Bill Parcells talked to Joe Gibbs about, hey, let's just play our base offenses and do that. And I think the Redskins came out, ran in the triple option, and it drove Bill Parcells insane. And so when you talk about, good work with other coaches, I always think about that time where, Bill Parcells lost his lid because Joe Gibbs ran the triple option. But when you can find a team that wants to do the same work you do, that helps both squads so much.
Oh, yeah, it's a huge benefit. That definitely sounds like something Gibbs would do, and sounds like something Parcells would be ticked about for sure. Yeah, look, it's real. Hey, listen, any of those high school coaches that have us on the schedule, if they, somehow get our film from scrimmages, like, you save your time, because we won't call any of those plays in the regular season again.
Are you worried about that? Is that a big concern though?
No, I don't like people getting so. Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt people try to do that stuff, but no, I don't care, because we call scrimmages with that in mind. So, for me, I'm not worried about that type of stuff. When you're dealing with, and listen, not just teenagers, I think when you're dealing with football teams in general, the most important thing is let's do what we do right first. Then we can figure out all right, now we can start, once we get that figured out, then we can start to be, more concerned with what the opponent is doing. But, I think the bigger thing is, and this is the case, I do think, in pro football, college football, high school football, you have no chance if you can't get out of your own way. And so, and more teams kind of have issues with that than, hey, this other team had some scheme that just gave us fits. It's like, well, no, you just had pre-snap penalties. You had, substitution issues. You played with 10 on the field on defense. Those are the things that just absolutely destroy you. And, I think making sure you don't have that, will give you a chance.
He is Tim Hasselbeck, ESPN NFL analyst, and also the head coach at Innsworth. Just a couple more weeks, and you guys kick off on a Friday night, right?
Friday night against Whitehaven. I'm already paying attention to the heat index and the wet bulb temperature for practice and heat restrictions and all of that. So it's that time of year, man. It's absolutely that time of year.
And just thinking, probably a year or two, you get to go against Marshall Manning. That'll be fun for you.
I mean, or maybe this year. You never know.
Ooh.
You never know. It might be, it's funny. I actually was texting with Peyton about something totally different and forgot to even bring that up. But yeah, that would be good. They obviously got a good program. I thought you were going to say, a couple of weeks, Joe, you're going to be out at the field and you're going to be asking me for a bucket hat because you forgot yours and you want to get a sunburn. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, that's a given. I'm already on top of that. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Hey, at any point during practices, whether it's, whenever since you've been there, have you used the phrase standing there while the kids are having a water break and a fan, blowing on them, going, you guys don't even know what it was like back in the day?
Back when we played, we didn't take water breaks. That kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you guys know, you both probably had coaches that were like, water's for sissies, and you don't, you just walk it off.
Hey, we had 2-a-days, and we didn't wash our stuff in between practices and that type of stuff.
Yes.
I try really hard. I try really, really hard not to do that stuff.
Good.
I think there's a phrase that used to get used a lot. I like close the yearbook, I think, is the phrase that I would like to use anytime some of that stuff comes up. Let's close the yearbook. We're done. That's these guys' term. But
well, I
some revisionist history on some of that stuff. Although I will say, we definitely put on some wet, football pants and 2-a-days for sure from the previous practice. That was no good.
Those are good. And I tell people, when back in the 80s when we played, our manager was the hose pipe. We didn't have buckets of Gatorade. We all shared two, and it was football. We didn't. That's all we knew, and that was fine.
Yeah, I mean, it is crazy to think of how much it's changed. I mean, just take something like a head injury, and it's not a joking thing, but
right.
A guy gets his quote unquote bell rung in the morning practice. And it was well, I'm sure he's going to have a headache for the night practice, but he's good, right? That's fine. And it's
right.
Oh my gosh, how the pendulum has swung in terms of, what we now know is appropriate. Water breaks are kind of another one. It's obviously hot out. I think today is a good example, and this is good for, people to just know in general. It's important. I think we touched on it a couple weeks ago, but it's going to be hot today. And so with it being hot today, there'll be restrictions on, how long we can practice and what kind of padding we can have on, if any. And look, that's a good thing for, the safety of everyone that's playing.
Well, it is, and you go back. I mean, if Bear Bryant did what he did at Texas A&M today, he'd be thrown in prison without a jury trial. They would take him tonight and put him in prison because that's just insanity to not give your team water.
Yeah, and instead he's got a statue outside the stadium.
Right, he does.
Tim, appreciate it as always, my man. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, fellas, see you.
Tim Hasselbeck joins us every Tuesday at 1 o'clock, and you certainly do not want to miss that. We'll react to some of that. We'll give you an update from Titans practice. That's all ahead. It's Chasing Big Joe on this Tuesday, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe 102.5, the game presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel and broadcasting from the Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Game Nashville Studios, home of the $99 yearly Beehive membership, where the buzz is always about great service.
Woo!
That was good from Tim there.
It was. Reading some of these tweets from Paul Koharski and Tehran, they might, Chase, the Titans might just leave Will Levis in Northern California because evidently he's not having a good day.
Well, I don't think he's had a good camp. Is really the way to do it. Let's see, a couple notes from TD. He always gives us the music report, like that. No yellow jersey for Josh Williams, which I guess is contact. First play of team period, and they're mixing it up after the whistle. J.C. Latham was in the middle of it. Let me stop with that. I feel like we've talked about J.C. Latham being in the middle of a lot of things. Is that a good thing? Does that show that maybe he's got a little extra edge to him?
I love it. I love hearing about guys doing that. Listen, Robert Saleh said it. Football is a violent sport. You need violent guys.
Yep.
Be mad, be angry, be violent. And to hear J.C. Latham, and look, most times the offensive lineman's not going to start the fight unless you're Taylor Lewan. You're not going to start the fight because you frustrated the defense. The guy you're going against the 101s, those guys will start the fight 90% of the time. I love it.
Yeah, well, Tehran said it's spicy out there today. Austin Deculus for the Titans swung at a 49ers defender, so he got and then spiked him on the ground during team period. He got kicked out of practice. He says Ronaldo Green just popped Carnell Tate after Tate made a catch on a deep out. Both teams got into it. So it is definitely mixing it up with J.C. Latham getting in the middle of some things, but it's practice, man. You got two teams that don't know each other. They don't necessarily like each other.
Right.
They're ready to hit somebody different. I mean, you've been hitting the same guy for the past 2 weeks. I can only imagine what it's like when you go up against a different team.
Well, think about it. This has been since May. You might not be hitting the guy, but seeing the same guy. Listen, every time you bring up spicy, it reminds me of one thing.
What's that?
Charo. She's a spy. Dr. Crane, don't do it. She's the spiciest number too. If you could find her doing that, don't do
well,
that.
because I think Dr. Crane has no idea who Charo is.
He's about to find out. Just watch any Love Boat episode. Charo was on like 47 times on constantly. And look, I like this. It is spicy. It is kind of going at each other. What else? What else do you want? I think this is good. Like clean practice, everybody was good. I don't want that, man. I want to know that Skoronski and Dan Moore are double teaming some dude and it's driving into that substation over there, right? That's what I want. I want to see that stuff. I want to see bingo blocks and putting guys on there. I heard a word today that the MTSU special teams coordinator told me, which I love, about running down the field on a kickoff. I said, I just love like blasting guys. He said, we call it getting stamped. And I was like, okay. Yes, getting stamped. I was like, Coach, I'm taking it. He said, please take it. So my new name, there's my new saying, I love pancakes. I love getting blasted. And I love getting stamped. That means you're just done with all that. You have it, Dr. Crane?
I'm still working on it.
Okay. You're nodding your head. Were you nodding your head with stamped?
Yes.
Okay. That's a good football word, man. Pancake is good. Just anything you do to put somebody on their butt.
I feel like this may be a fun question for you, but like that just reminded me like of John Gruden. And I feel like you would like love coaching with John Gruden. Like if John Gruden got back in and said, hey, Joe, I want you to be, assistant offensive line coach or something. I feel like you would enjoy that.
I saw the path that Coach Wells took, right? I mean, from Smyrna High School for scouting high school to Cumberland, making $1,000 a year, and me feeding him for free at Longhorn and Antioch. We'd come in and I'd ring up the wrong order. I'm like, oh, my bad. Here, Coach, here's an 8-ounce ribeye for you. And I fed him like that for like 2 years almost. And then to each, and just it's every coach, the trajectory of what they got to go through to get there. I couldn't see doing that, moving around. But God bless the ones that stuck with it because it truly is a passion. And that was when I went back to middle to graduate. That was kind of my idea. Then I was like, TV's kind of fun because it's not really work. So
well, neither is radio.
Neither is radio, right? But no, that's why they stick around, and you talk to coaches, look, they love the game, but they love developing the young men and watching them grow and all that. So I think that's great. And that's at the high school level, college or pro. We got some really good men around here that are leading young men into the world. I think it's great.
Chad on our text line says, my God, this entire segment has so many clippable things. LMAO, I heard that pause, Chase. You're welcome. Thank you for paying attention.
But yeah, I mean, it's a football term. I mean, the other day they talked about Latham, not Latham, but it was Dan Moore and Skoronski double teaming some dude and dropping him on his bottom. I was like, I love that. Did you find Charo there, Dr. Crane?
I found multiple variations where she's singing the Love Boat theme along with her doing a telethon singing.
We don't want any of that. We just need that.
Yeah, I'm still working.
Okay. All right. Thanks, buddy. YouTube's great because nobody would know who Charo is. I try to be great. Greatness every single day, pal. And then 25 days is the first Saturday in September for football, and 18 is the week 0, which I think they move, and I think they move week 0 back a week, maybe mid-August or so, because, look, you got a whole month of guys practice, but I think they move it back. You move the portal back. Everything ends early January.
TD says Levis up, a couple of handoffs to Michael Carter, then a boost pass to Jaron Kanik for a first. Kanik got blasted but held on to it. Jermaine Johnson apparently has looked good. He's gotten to Brock Purdy a couple times. Yeah, I mean,
his quote.
I want him to work out. I want him by like December. They're having to pay him.
Well,
to keep him on a
and his
contract
quote
extension.
last week at camp was like, I feel like I'm a top 10 defensive end. The stats aren't there, but they will be. I was like, yeah, I love to hear the bravado like that. That's really cool.
Well, my thing is, why can't the Titans be that team that finds a guy that another team gave up on, and then all of a sudden they hit? Like,
yeah.
It's time for them to fall into that category too.
That's again the front four, man. And like Quentin Williams, they got paid by the Cowboys, right? He got a Jeffrey Simmons deal. The eyeballs now on the defensive line are football cyclical, right? So 10, 12 years ago, it was like that. It spins around. But now eyeballs are on those front guys because those guys, the Eagles had the blueprint with winning the Super Bowl with all the big guys they had. So now the eyes are on the defensive line, and you get big, strong, powerful offensive line or defensive line who can move side to side. You got something, and you can win games. The Texans have it, the Jags have it, and now the Titans have it.
We'll come back with more, including I got a thought of something that Joe brought up with Tim Hasselbeck that literally just popped up on my TV. So we'll do that coming up next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game.
Yes.
Does it make you happy?
It does. He found the. Well
Nice.
done, buddy.
Jason Big Joe, 1025 the game on this Tuesday. So you brought up Carson Beck for the Cardinals with Tim Hasselbeck, and NFL Network is doing the bounce around training camps right now, and they've been showing him. I mean, is he going to have that starting job by the middle of the season?
Why not have it game one? Why not? And like
Well,
Tim was talking,
they just overpaid Jacoby Brissett. So
we could, but fine. I mean, all teams got a lot of money, but if I thought Beck was fine at Georgia, I thought he was okay at I mean, he led 2 programs pretty good. So I hope he is, man. Everybody just like forgot about him. He dropped way down, but I hope he has a great career. Why not? I mean,
yeah,
that's why I asked Tim. It takes the relief off a franchise when you've got a starting quarterback you can build upon. I think the jury's still out on Cam a little bit.
sure.
But once you start winning games and you see the development, there's like, all right, we got one. We got one. It feels good. Like it felt good when McNair was here. Like, all right, don't have to worry about that position. We're good to go build other things. Tannehill was okay. Even with Mariota for a slight bit, it was like, all right, we kind of got our guy until it wasn't your guy anymore. But I hope he succeeds.
I think with Mariota, I always go back to when he broke his leg, you know, how much, and I know he had a good year after that, but like, you know, the getting hit, a guy gets hit enough. It's like, man, I don't know if I like this anymore.
Well, he's a good guy, average quarterback. But look at these quarterbacks that win Super Bowls, how they'll just get on your butt. Like Brady just railed his guys. Peyton Manning, same way. Mahomes yelling at. I mean, so Mariota didn't have that. He didn't have that X factor where he's just going to rip you apart. You know, and even Chris Sanders has told us about McNair. It's like McNair wasn't very vociferous, but you knew not to let him down.
That's a big word for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm learning things. And but you knew McNair's power was there. Like, oh man, I don't let this guy down. He spoke through his play and his actions and his small words like that. So it's just, I think if you go back, man, a common denominator for a quarterback to win the Super Bowl. I mean, there were some scenes of Darnold ripping his guys apart, and you got to do that. I think that sets you apart.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. We will have more coming up next in hour number 3 as the Titans continue to have their joint practices out in San Francisco. We'll see what the latest there is. Real quick, you'll like this text. 7606, Coach Wells broke up a fight that I was in when I was in 9th grade.
Oh, okay. 9th grade. That's a different Coach Wells.
Oh,
it's his brother.
Yeah. At Riverdale, right?
Yes, it was. Do we still have a call, Dr. Crane? Oh, Doug dropped off.
Okay.
Damn it, Doug.
Sorry, Doug.
A little patience there. And why is Mike Organ calling me during the show?
He wants.
I don't call him when he's stalking.
I told him that you were my agent now.
I don't stalk him when I don't call him when he's stalking the Gaines brothers. I don't need. It's a 2-way street, pal. I'll call you in a minute, Mike.
Well, you can call him now because we're gonna step away and get ready for hour number 3 here on this Tuesday. It's Jason Big Joe, 1025 the game. Hour number 3, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Tuesday.
It's a beautiful
right
day.
there, JoJo?
It's a beautiful day, man.
It is a beautiful day.
Good. Everything's good. Football's in the air. We're having a good old time with everything. Man, it could not be any better. Football is just around the corner, and we're having a good old time. I'm telling you, man, I for some reason, and our friend Ricky had texted this Memphis UNLV game on week 0 at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night. I get so excited thinking about that on a Saturday night, like at 9 o'clock, watching some college football in just 2 weeks. I mean, get out of here.
I know. And then, Thursday night, we got a ton of preseason games. So, I mean, it's here. It's not quite the real deal yet, but it's here.
Yeah.
So
it's good times all around, man. Hey, how's Major League Baseball doing? I heard the Dodgers in a tailspin. That's what somebody told me. I was like, are they?
They are. And the Angels have just fired pitching coach Mike Maddox, assistant pitching coach Darryl Scott, and bullpen coach Don Cheedy per Jeff Passan, because the Angels have a 4.53 ERA, which is in the most walks in Major League Baseball.
And I'm looking down the list, they are the worst team. Even the Rockies are better than the Angels. Athletics stink. Mariners aren't good. And then, but I like seeing the White Sox up there. That's kind of cool. I haven't looked at the standings in like 2 months. I like the White Sox being up there. Where are your Braves? Braves are killing it, 7.5
Braves
up.
have been all right. They lost to the Mets last night, so but I think they're in a good. They're doing all right. They're in a good spot.
The Mets have the highest payroll, and they're awful.
I know.
Right? And then the Brewers are good. They're up 5 on the Cubs. Dr. Crane's Cardinals are bottoming out. Pirates are doing their usual.
One game under 500. Relax.
They're 15 games out.
I think they're 4 games out from the wild cards. They're in good hands. They're all right.
The Pirates are in their usual early August swoon of like, you can see you guys next year.
The Sounds have announced that Sal Frelick is coming back to Nashville on a rehab assignment. He's been up with the Brewers and has done a really nice job with them, but that's good that the Brewers will get him back, but he gets to come back to Nashville for a few games.
Okay.
So that'd be cool.
I like the name Sal. It's pretty good.
Played on Team Italy in the World Baseball Classic in 2023.
Did they win the whole thing?
They did not.
Then nobody cares.
The first ever Major League foul ball I ever caught was from him. Just a few years ago up in Milwaukee. Yep.
Please tell me you had your glove at the game.
I did not.
Oh, man.
No, I don't bring a glove to the game. I'm not 3. Come on, man.
Oh, man.
You catch it with your beer?
No, I literally just set the beer down and it popped up and landed in one section and then bounced literally over. And I caught it.
This is a good question. We could do this right now. If you ever caught a foul ball, because I got one, and it was the Cardinals were playing the Braves in '88, and Tom Brunansky had a foul ball, and I went to get it. As I went down the aisle to get it, this sweet lady cut in front of me, and I just buried her and knocked her down to get. I didn't mean to. I couldn't stop, but she got in front of me. I don't think she was going for the ball. I think she was going to the concession stand, and it's old Fulton County Stadium, and I put over like 4 chairs and 2 rows, and I got the ball, and I walked back. I was like, I'm so sorry. As she laid there in the seat in the middle of the aisle, I was like, I got the ball. Look at me, Tom Brunansky. I probably lost the ball that night somewhere in downtown Atlanta, but that's the only one I've ever caught. I've only gotten.
I probably have told this story before of at Greer Stadium. I think I was like 10 or 11, something like that. And I went up and I had it in my hand, and this drunk lady took it out of my hand and like ran off with it. Like yelled it and was like screaming.
What?
Like, ha, 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 ha.
Did you stand there? You didn't throw your beer at her?
Well, I was 11, so I didn't have a beer. But Mama Bear was not happy about that.
Did Mama Bear chase her down?
Security took care of it.
So you had a foul ball, and some drunk lady steals your foul ball.
Yep. and then threw it and laughed at me and all this stuff.
And I
So-
bet you stood there and just bawled.
I didn't bawl. I told her that bad things were going to happen to her because you don't do that. So I don't know what happened to her. Maybe she found Jesus.
Maybe a
I
bad
don't know.
thing did happen to her. Oh man, that's sorry about
I was
that,
not
buddy.
happy.
You lost your foul ball.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Dr. Crane, you got a foul ball, or you ever? No.
I don't believe so. No, I mean over at Twitty City when my brother was playing, sure,
no,
but that
we're
doesn't
not
count.
counting that.
Yeah, Twitty City, it's down the street from here.
I know, but there's a Twitty City in Hendersonville too.
That's true.
But you're talking about Seven Oaks?
Yeah, Seven Oaks it's Jack Lavender Field. Yeah.
Okay, was that Twitty City back in the day?
Mm-hmm.
All right, because I know there's a Twitty City in Hendersonville.
Yeah, I grew up over there. My grandmother's house was right behind home plate, so there's like a chicken wire fence that would like separate the parking lot from her backyard. And so every single Saturday, my dad would take my brother and I both into the woods. And I know it comes off pretty wrong, but we would just get foul balls. We never paid for a baseball in our life.
Take you into the woods. I think there's a movie made about that.
We'd go dove hunting along with, just getting baseballs, put them in 5-gallon buckets.
Would you ever, if somebody hired you to put on a scuba suit to go at a golf course and get golf balls, would you do that?
Absolutely. There's money to be had at there.
You'd get in that nasty, disgusting golf pond and get golf balls?
If they're Pro V1s, you're probably selling, what, $60 a sleeve? Yeah. You're with me on this, right, Chase?
Yeah. Why not?
Oh, I would like to see Chase put on scuba gear and go into the pond at the fourth hole at the Hermitage. That's pretty. I'm sure that's clean water in there. You'd have a great time.
I don't know how well I would do there.
No, I'm not. If you're that desperate need of golf balls, I mean, just go buy golf balls for that. But I'm not going. No, I can't. But there's people who do that make. I guess they make a nice little living off of that. But Dr. K, would you snorkel doing that, or are you full scuba gear?
Full scuba gear. I can't snorkel. It's just a weird anxiety thing for me. I don't know how
But scuba diving's not?
Because there's an actual air tank on the back of you. So I know.
Wasn't it you saying don't go scuba or snorkeling?
I am.
Joe?
No,
Yeah.
If you go out, like you and your sweet girlfriend, if you go on a vacation somewhere, do not go deep sea fishing or scuba diving. Just don't do it.
Okay.
Because you're probably not
Sure.
coming back. Hell, half of Dateline stories are about they were a great couple and then they got out and he wanted to go scuba diving and something happened in the Pacific. It's like, no, I'm good. There's a pool around here. I'm fine with that. I'm not doing I'm not being part of a Dateline story.
I love our text line. I can't read half of these, but but you guys are hilarious.
Can you read? Is Dustin from Hopkinsville weighing in?
That's one of them.
Of course.
And Nevada Josh are the best ones. Yeah.
Pulling it up now. We need
Thomas in Nashville wants to know, what about the pond at Shelby Bottoms?
Not in a billion years. I'd get in
That's
that.
not far from me.
I'd get in that thing with a submarine. I'm not getting there in scuba gear. Past that, man. No, I'm not doing any pond, man.
Okay. That's fine. Why not?
So Joe, you don't like to get wet, is what I'm hearing.
I think scuba gear scuba diving is probably not my thing.
Do you know what scuba stands for, Chase? Quick go.
I don't.
Self-contained underwater breathing apparatus.
There you go.
Yeah, right. I've done a lot of scuba diving in my day. Not one. I'm not doing that.
Are we talking about?
I'm claustrophobic. I'm not doing that. I'm not scuba diving. I'm not doing it. If
I know you like to go fishing back in the day, but
I love fishing. I didn't have a rod or reel either.
That's exactly what I was getting.
Right. But if I won't get into an elevator, a crowded elevator, I'm not going scuba. I'm really claustrophobic. Doug's on the line. I'll bring him on. Doug, how's it going,
Doug,
pal?
what's up?
You guys, sorry the call dropped, but we were talking about football terms.
Yes, sir.
Well, we never used the term lose, and we were playing a game, and it looked like the odds were going to be stacked against us. And I remember the coach always saying, I don't care what we do, but whatever happens, I want to make sure that you leave your mark on them. That means you take your helmet, you make sure you leave some of your paint on that person's body. Well, we had a confrontation where we didn't win that day, and we figured the coach was going to go off. He said, let's see who left their mark on it. And most of us raised our hands. He said, that's all I ask, fellas. That's all I ask. That's it. It's my war cry today. Whatever you do, make sure you leave your mark on it. Love it. Still today.
I love that. Thank you, Doug.
Thanks, Doug.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, appreciate it. That's a good one.
Leave your mark. I like it. I've said, like, with motivational things when I coach in junior college, like, today, boys, I need you to empty the tank. And I was like, what? He's like, empty the tank. So during the entire game, he'd walk by, hey, empty the tank. And finally, like, yeah, man, I'm going to give you everything. It's just a way of, hey, give me everything you got. But empty the tank was really motivational and powerful to do that. And, you know, some of the coaches have given some great speeches throughout history, but to me, that's the one that stuck with me. Empty the tank, leave a mark on them. All those are good, man. But mine was empty the tank.
Fantastic. We'll come back with more. Coming up next is Chase and Big Joe on this Tuesday, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Tuesday.
You said it great. Our text line is guys and gals, we love you guys so well. But there's a certain text on here. If you grew up in Nashville, like in the 70s, 80s, and you know, there's an urban legend, and 2104, thank you so much for bringing this up. You know, before they made Percy Priest Dam, that was like all the neighborhood, right? With Stones River, and they bought it, they dammed the river, watch your mouth, and they made Percy Priest Lake, right? So there's this urban legend that there's a catfish over there that's bigger than like a Volkswagen. And it's like people have said, I've seen it for decades, right? And then 2104 says, can we send Dr. Crane to find the catfish the size of a Volkswagen at the dam? And Chase, you know what immediately I thought about when I read that?
What's that?
Homer going to when they went to marriage counseling.
Oh, yeah.
And he went fishing and he caught, and Marge was so disappointed in him, and he caught the big fish. That's Dr. Crane. He's going to find this fish. Somebody's going to be disappointed, and he's going to put the fish back in the lake, man.
Oh, that is fantastic. Speaking of like crazy things, did you see this story of there was a high school football player in Arkansas that discovered a venomous snake in his helmet that he was wearing during practice for almost an hour?
See,
the 2 foot. Go ahead.
You keep going. Finish it
The
out.
2 foot long snake had found its way under the padding of the helmet on Thursday, stayed hidden until the student noticed an unusual movement in the headpiece.
Do we believe this?
I believe. I mean, they're showing pictures of it, so I believe it.
But can you put the?
They can get down in there. From what I understand.
Hit it.
That's what she said.
I saw the picture and the snake's head was popping out, and I was like, huh? I mean, would you not?
That's what she said.
You need to be careful with the snake's head popping out.
But would the snake not? I mean, they would bite you in the head, right? Wouldn't it?
Well, I mean, I guess. I don't know. I don't mess with snakes. I don't like snakes.
There's one video where the guy. Well, it's a guy's ringing a doorbell, and the snake, it's a real snake, comes down like from the ceiling and like bites him in the neck. He's like, "Oh Lord, I've been bitten," and he falls off the deck and he like hits the rail, and the rail comes apart, and just complete disaster on that. But I just think the snake would have bitten him during this.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just odd.
He's lucky it didn't.
Yeah, right. Don't get bit by a snake. That's. By the way, we've talked about that snake thing, the fake snake prank. You do that to me, I'm going to prison.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Because I will straight up murder you if you do the fake snake prank on me. And how some of those people have not just passed out completely, just not even close around me, because I am prepared to go to prison for life if you do the fake snake prank.
Yeah, no,
petrified, scared to death of them.
I'm like Indiana Jones. I don't do snakes.
Snakes, we have to be snakes. And then he says, "Asp, very dangerous."
Yes. God, I love this. Oh man, Dustin and Hopkinsville. It's the Venom you got to watch, ladies. Yes. Yes.
Well, I guess there's big catfish in Lake Barkley. Is that what Dustin's saying? So, Dr. Crane, you got to go out. You've got a full day ahead of you. Got to catch the big catfish at Percy Priest, which I think exists. And if Dustin Hopkinsville is telling us about Lake Barkley.
So what happens if I do find the fish? Do I get a reward? Do I get to eat it? Like what's the thing? Like what are we doing?
You have to noodle it.
What does that even mean?
It might eat me if I noodle it.
Where you put your hand. You ever see the videos of the people that noodle
I know what it
catfish?
is. Yeah, but they do it on the bank.
Yeah, and you noodle and you put basically your whole arm down their throat and you pull the catfish out. We want you to. You got to bear hug this catfish to do that.
I'm okay.
Again, I mean, I am not going anywhere where I can't see, and I'm not getting Y'all love the lake. I love it that y'all love. We got our buddy up on Kentucky Lake. God bless you. But Mike at Kentucky Lake. Now maybe we can go up. Maybe you could use his boat, Dr. Crane, and go out and see if you can find some big catfish in Kentucky Lake.
Big boat, big catfish.
Make you excited for that.
Let's go to Lance that has a story about snakes. Lance, what's up?
Yeah, back when I lived in Texas, the warehouse manager at the factory I worked at, he was always picking up snakes. And one morning when he was on his way to work, he stopped and picked up about a 3-foot rat snake, and he didn't have a place to put it, so he put it in one of those old styrofoam coolers that latch at the top.
Yeah.
The little red laps, and put it in the bed of his truck. And then he went to work, and that day on the way home, because he always left his window down because it's hot, and on the way home from work, he turned on the air conditioning, rolled the window up, turned the air conditioning on. Before he got in there, he noticed that snake was gone.
Oh,
and
no.
And he was driving down Interstate 30 in Greenville, Texas, and all of a sudden the snake came out of the vent of the air conditioning at him because it got so cool that it forced air conditioning. That snake had crawled up into the dash.
Oh my God.
He was driving 70 miles an hour, and the snake's coming out of the air conditioning.
I'm like, Lord, take me now. We're done. We had a good run.
Yeah. It's been a heart attack to me.
Yeah, no doubt.
So what's the resolution here? What happened at the end?
He had to take his dash apart and get that snake out.
Oh, just burn the truck.
Yeah.
He's one of those old country boys that grab snakes by the head and all that other stuff. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
When he would try to pull it out of the vent, he couldn't. The snake would back up. He had more leverage in him, so he couldn't get it out. He had to take the dash off and get it out.
My goodness,
that is crazy. Thanks for the call, Lance. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Oh man,
I'm not doing it.
No, I'm not either.
No, pass on all that stuff. So. Dr. Crane, we got more people weighing in. They want you to search for the catfish.
You got it.
Yeah, I want to see that too.
I'll make sure there's no weights in it because I know there's a big weight debate.
On
fish. Don't put weights in the fish. Competitive fishing, those guys that were caught putting weights in the fish.
Look, man, we just need you to grab the catfish. That's it. We're doing Percy Priest first and see how you could do.
Might get staph infection from that.
No, you're head to toe in a scuba suit.
It only can protect so much.
You're in a wetsuit. You're going to do this. So we'll get you set up with a scuba instructor, get a boat out there, find this just giant catfish.
This goes on like the laundry list of things I need to do. I need to skydive from the top of the Omni. I need to propel from the Omni. I got to now noodle a catfish.
No, if you could rappel from the Omni. I've done it. I've told you the story. I've done it. You could do it too. It's easy. It took me an hour to get down because I got shamed by.
I'm not going to do it, but
you'll do it.
Dr. Crane,
you'll do it.
No. Mm-mm.
I got bullied by the jackass Chick-fil-A guy in the costume who said, "You're a big sissy," and went down.
He went down you and said, "My pleasure."
I went, no. I've tried to catch him and he was already gone because it took me an hour to get down the side of the building at the Omni, but I did it and I rappelled down for a very good cause, which I'm never doing that again because I am terrified of heights. Snakes and heights.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that, man. I am the same way.
Yep, snakes, heights, and women from Louisiana. I'm done, right? I'm moving on, man. I've got a lot of life to live.
Why are the women from? Nah, I don't answer that. Never mind.
Oh, the old college days. All right, we're good.
Bring it. Oh man. Yeah.
We got a Titans update yet? What are they doing out there?
No. We will look. Nevada Josh says 3 guys talking about snakes. What could go wrong?
Thanks. Oh man.
Oh man.
Chaser, damn it! It's Nevada, not Nevada.
I said Nevada.
Did you? Okay, just making sure.
Nevada.
Josh knows.
He knows.
When I was out there for the middle game last year in Reno, I'm like, I love Nevada. And this girl's like, it's Nevada. I'm like, I'm sorry, it's Nevada. But Nevada sounds better.
We'll get you an update from Titans practice coming up next. It's Chasing Big Joe on this Tuesday, 102.5 The Game.
And I know I heard that name Snakes before. Snakes? Snakes. I don't know no snakes. Snakes. Let's get out of here.
Alone?
It was.
Well done.
Oh, man.
And White Snake. Well done there. That's good.
Brandon in Hermitage, 6592. Dr. Crane will be able to see half a foot in front of his face of Percy Priest. The good doctor will be the catfish's supper. You ready for that, Dr. Crane? And Jonah's belly. You mean the belly of the Percy Priest catfish.
Call it Jonah?
No, that's what happened. Didn't Jonah get swallowed by a whale?
Jonah and the whale, yeah.
By the way, doesn't say whale in the Bible, right? It says Jonah was swallowed by a great fish.
Yes,
is that correct?
That's true.
That's correct.
Yeah, I believe that is correct.
Heard that in church a few weeks ago, and I was like, I'll be dadgum. All right, sit in the back. I'm a back row Baptist, so I'm in the back. I think Dr. Crane's not a cafeteria Catholic, correct? Right?
No,
you're not. You're present and accounted for. I'm back row Baptist. Chase, what are you? Are you a present Presbyterian?
I'm a something Methodist. I'm a Southern Methodist. I'm trying to think of a good.
You're a methodical Methodist. It's got to be some sort of alliteration there.
Middle row Methodist.
But I mean, I think if it's funny, you go to church and like the first 4 rows are unoccupied. Rows 5 through 19 are packed. Nobody wants to sit up front. And I was like, I know.
Well, the reason why Catholics don't sit in the first like 3 to 4 rows is because when the priest goes up for his homily and he starts, kind of talking out of his head and everybody doesn't want to be the example. Like, hey, what'd you think about that? No, don't ask me. I'm just here to listen.
Do they ask that?
No, there are some priests that are pretty extroverted. They kind of interact with the, I wouldn't say audience, but the attendants in church.
Okay. All right. Bye. I'm back row, baby. Last in, first out. I'm sorry, Lord. That's terrible to say that. It is, but hey, I'm there, man. It's funny about this, but the Adam Sandler song about Chris Farley, there's that great line in there. It says basically he would stay out till 4 a.m. Excuse me, but he'd always make mass every day. I just thought that's a really, really, it's a powerful song, but it's also shows just the core. He was a good dude, man.
Yeah. No, I actually love that. That's really cool.
So methodical Methodist, cafeteria Catholic, and then the back row Baptist. All walk into a bar.
TD says red zone team period. Ward third play touchdown to Calvin Ridley across the middle for a catch and run. Ward and Tate on quick post and in, but it sailed. Pat Coogan snapped to Trubisky with Volson at right guard. Trubisky to KJ Osborne for a catch on a quick out. Schlottman was the center for Ward. Found Pollard out of the backfield. Ward to Restrepo, jump catch for the touchdown. Good block by Carmona to give him time. So I guess he was at the right guard. He talks about Fred Warner being able to diagnose the defense or the offense and how cool that was. So yeah, just a couple. It looks like Saleh speaking now. So
does it say what the Niners did to the Titans or anything? I'm just curious. I'll look later.
Yeah, I mean, it's more on the Titan side of things. Apparently Ward's looking good. So that's what you want to see.
Oh, absolutely.
So
yeah, I mean, and I like that. I mean, that's the Niners' number one. I know guys are hurt, but still, that's Ward's not going against the third string Niners defense.
Yeah,
he
is not. Looks like news out of LA. Puka Nacua left practice with the training staff. Sean McVay says he has no update on what happened. So that'd be a tough loss for the Rams if it's anything bad.
Which still blows my mind why they did not draft a receiver at 13 and took Ty Simpson instead. Some really good. Like, I think Casey Concepcion is going to be a good receiver. Did the Browns get him? Is that right? Yeah. The Rams needed receivers. I mean, Sean McVay knows more football than we'll ever know. I get that. But you had a critical need with Puka having a really weird offseason. And I know you got, is Devontae Adams still there, but he's getting up there in age. And then you could have had a good receiver. Instead, you got a quarterback who's going to sit for a while. Very, very odd.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. So we'll see if we can get an update on what Robert Saleh said after practice. One thing that I saw one of the reporters put that there's probably a reason that they're only doing one joint practice with with these teams. I guess they'll do their own thing tomorrow.
Yeah.
But
that's been the norm. One practice, like a
Yeah.
full, and that when the Patriots came here with Brady, it's one practice, day of rest, and then play the game Thursday night. And also, is the kicker a concern? Because he's had a bad.
Well,
and they brought it. Did they bring in the Falcons kicker?
Yeah, young.
Yeah, what's his name? Chase?
What's his name?
Chase.
Made that mistake this morning. I'm good.
Did you?
I did.
Now it's Chase's turn.
It's Young Hoku. That's how you say it.
Okay. All right. Well, we will get staying you.
We were 12.
Okay. All right. All right. Now is he? So is Sly kicking Thursday?
Yeah, today. Well, Kuharski said Sly was good from 33, 35, 38, 39, 41, and 44.
Oh, okay. Well, there's the question about the kicker. Then we're good to go. And I finally found a punter I like. I like the is it Tommy Townsend? I like that.
Yes, sir.
With Chase Young. Punter talk or do it every time, too, buddy. That's okay.
He caught me mid-yawn. Sorry.
By the way, where's the dog? That's all I want to know about. Where's he?
He's been wandering around. So Rivers here. Don't worry.
Does he like go get some water, sleep, gets a treat,
Yeah.
sleeps? Okay.
Yeah, basically.
He's basically you. That's good. Oh, that's good to know.
Eat, sleep,
right.
bathroom, repeat.
Oh, man. Hey, he's happy, though. It's all that matters.
He is a happy boy. That is that is for sure.
Oh,
I love
man.
our text line.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's good. Let's see. What else from the two-tone? Nobody's tweeting quotes yet. I give up. I can't.
You should just do that. Go back to yawning, man.
The Cats game just took it out of me.
Oh, yeah. That was a good game on Saturday.
It was a good game.
Crazy how it ended with that onside kick.
Yeah. Good calls.
Good call. It's a great call. Best call ever.
Yep. Good times.
Oh.
That is for sure. What are you doing later?
Oh,
so really, Sly was 7 of 7.
Oh, that's good.
Is this right? We have a call?
That is correct.
Oh, let's go to Trey. We haven't heard from Trey in a while. What's up, Trey?
Hey, how y'all doing?
We're doing fantastic, man.
Hey, I want to know, when are y'all going back down the bar lines?
We'll be there Thursday.
Or you'll be there Thursday? So you won't make me stand up there in front of you and wait for 5 minutes to talk to you this time?
No, Trey, you got to identify yourself.
Find us during a break, and we'll certainly say hi and talk to you.
Hey, I want y'all to do me a favor, okay?
Sure.
I want you to text Jake Lyman and tell him that Will Levis isn't going anywhere.
Now, why do you say that?
Because he hasn't been fully evaluated. He's had crap coaching for all of his years of him being here. Him and Borgonzi is basically from the same area, and he was probably the number one quarterback in that area when Borgonzi was a scout. Now he's on Borgonzi's team. Borgonzi, I'm sure everybody else in Titan Nation want to see him, succeed and do well, but they're not going to I don't think they're going to. It would be unrealistic for the Titans to get rid of Will Levis. Number one, he's a good quarterback. He has a rubber band arm. He's cheap. It'd be a fool to get rid of Will Levis. Hey, but I just wanted to say, hey, where I go to get my braces done in Medellin, they got hit with that earthquake, 7.4 magnitude earthquake. My girlfriend and all it tore it up down there. I just want y'all to pray for. Yeah, man. Yeah, she texted me and she was like, "We just got hit with an earthquake." She was like, "Everybody's in the street, people are dying and stuff." So I want y'all to pray for them and I'm a Pentecostal, so y'all pray for me as well. Hey, but I love y'all, and y'all have a good day, okay?
Thank you, Trey.
See
We
you,
appreciate
Trey.
you. Thank you.
You too. See you later. Bye.
I think Trey is Will Levis's agent.
He might be.
At the bottom of that.
I don't know about that. Real quick, Titans, Teron Davenport says Titans will play everyone in preseason game versus 49ers, not just a series per Robert Saleh. So we're gonna see Cam Moore Thursday night, according to head coach Robert Saleh. So that is great to see. Teron also says John Franklin Myers, lower back, hopefully back next week. They'll see about Jacob Martin and Cordell Flott. Dan Moore and Austin Deckless were ejected for throwing punches. Jackie Marshall should be back next week as well. That's the injury report.
Finally, the Titans got a coach in there who wants, since the Fisher days, who wants to be physical. You're going to play. You're going to earn your spot. I absolutely love it, and we love Robert Saleh for being that hard-nosed coach.
Agreed with that. We'll come back with What Day Is It and Celebrity Birthdays. It's Chase and Big Joe here on this Tuesday, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe on this Tuesday, 102.5 The Game, our show presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel. And we appreciate everybody for their participation today. It's been a fun one. Just kind of looking through a few more quotes from Robert Saleh. I know players are speaking now. Cedric Gray, one of them. But the big news is that they're going to play. Everyone that's healthy will get some time against the 49ers on Thursday night. So I love hearing that.
I love make them all play. Put them all out there. They all want to play football, let them play. Don't sugarcoat anything.
No, I agree with you on that. With that, let's get to what day is it and celebrity birthdays.
Okay, first on the list, we have annual medical checkup day. I guess that's that time of year everybody goes to get their blood work, all that fun stuff. Let's see. Ingersoll Day. That's something in the solar system. National Panini Day. Love a good panini. National Raspberry Bomb Day. National Raspberry Tart Day. Play in the Sand Day. Was the Titans a couple years ago. Presidential Joke Day is today. And last on the list is Son and Daughter Day. So shout out to all the sons and daughters.
Okay, nice. Are there already a National Son Day and National Daughter Day and all that? But
yeah, I guess to share one.
Yeah, do it together.
Sons and daughters. Okay, well done. I love your what day is it? How did you find that stuff?
I don't know. I really don't know. It came up out of the blue.
All right, time for celebrity birthdays. Get these within 2 years. August 11th might be the least known birthdays we've ever had. It's crazy. There's not a lot on this, but we'll have fun with it. All right, Chase, you go first. Our first birthday. This guy is nightmares about Michael Jordan. Craig Elo. How old is former Cleveland Cavalier Craig Elo?
66.
68.
65. Chase up 1-0. Dr. Crane, and I think this guy's name was, Dr. Crane, the Panda Bear, Pablo Sandoval?
Yeah.
How old is Pablo Sandoval? Panda.
The Panda is, let's go 42.
That's pretty good. 40.
40 exactly. Chase up 3-0. All right, Chaser, how old is the very beautiful, the very talented Viola Davis, the actress?
83.
80.
61. Great job.
Sorry.
Dr. Crane, how old is Thor? Chris Hemsworth?
37.
38.
43. It's a shame that guy's not good looking.
Sucks,
Chaser, how old is one of my favorites? Opry legend, Opry member, John Conley. He's just a common man, Chase, driving a common van. His dog don't have a pedigree.
68.
64.
80.
Dang.
Dr. Crane, how old is the singer? He was just in town not too long ago. Joe Jackson. Not Michael Jackson's dad. Joe Jackson. He sang Steppin' Out.
Joe Jackson is 73.
78.
72. Dr. Crane's on the board. It's 3-1. Chaser, how old is Joe Rogan? Not to be confused with Joe Dugan.
Yeah. Joe Rogan is 57.
52.
59. Chase up 4-1. Dr. Crane, how old is Skylar White on Breaking Bad? Anna Gunn. She was Walter White's wife.
63.
64.
58. Chaser, how old is hip-hop artist Ali Shaheed Muhammad from A Tribe Called Quest?
Okay, there you go. 64.
68.
56. Dr. Crane, how old is actor Nigel Harmon from Downton Abbey?
53.
I met an Abbey downtown once.
Boo.
Pre or post fishing?
Oh, good answer.
Yes.
Answer, Chase.
Pre?
Good answer.
40.
40. Dr. Crane, did you answer that?
I did. I said 53.
56. No, 53. You said 53. You're right. That's the all right. Move on. It's now 4-3 Chase. All right, here we go. Chase, how old is guitar player Heath Fogg of Alabama Shakes?
47.
48.
42. Dr. Crane, how old is singer Jay Boog from B2K?
41.
42.
41 exactly. He's up 5-4. Last birthday. Chaser, you got this because this is the person you love. How does rapper Asher Roth for the win, Chase? Rapper Asher Roth.
44.
36.
At the buzzer, couldn't do it. 41. Dr. Crane, you win 5-4. 2 days in a row.
Wow. He's
It's
been
like
on a heater.
It's like the Dodgers losing.
He has been on a heater.
Thank you.
Well
Well done,
with you
Dr.
guys.
Crane.
Yep.
I get ready for that catfish, boys and girls.
That is right. So yes, again, to reiterate, Robert Saleh said all healthy Titans players will play on Thursday night in the first preseason game. The plan is for the starters to play more than a series.
I love that.
You give them the first quarter?
It depends. If you go 2-4 and outs, probably that'll be the end of it. But if you have a nice little sustained drive, I think it'll be beautiful. I think it's what all coaches want.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, that's even, going back to Vrabel. Vrabel was scared to play the starters too, and I think it showed. So I'm glad that Robert Saleh is going to do this because they need the time. You don't have to go deep into the second half, but like first one, get out there for a couple series, a quarter, whatever you feel comfortable with, and then let the backups come in.
Exactly. And guys want to play football, man. They want to play football. And throughout the last 20, 25 years, it's like, well, it's preseason game. What if they get injured? What if they get injured?
It's a violent sport.
Right. What if they get injured? Things happen, man.
Well, that is going to do it for us here today.
Hey, as we leave the show every day, we're just so proud that we could spread the message of how much we love you guys and the love of God and his grace and what you're going through. And I read this quote. I wanted to share this with you. If you're struggling, going through a rough day, listen to this. Just when the caterpillar thought the world was over, it became a butterfly. Just when the caterpillar thought the world was over, it became a butterfly. We tell you all the time that we think you are beautiful, you are wonderful, and you have rough days. We understand that. But, man, you have better days ahead. Every bad storm runs out of rain. We got you this. If you need to talk to anybody, please reach out to us. We're here for you anytime. Please go to therapy. It'll change your life. We love you guys so much. And please know more than anything in this world how much God truly loves you.
Amen to that. Peace, love, rock and roll DVD coming your way next here on 102.5 The Game.